Hello everyone and welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma for this afternoon's continuing coverage of Easter Sunday SFL action here on the SFL Twitch network between the Louisiana Revolution and the Tulsa Desperados. I'm Jack Brown, joined alongside me here today by Gerald Giudice with Tyler Falk in the stats truck. Gerald, these two teams are coming in now hot. Louisiana out of the playoffs, looking to play spoiler. Meanwhile, Tulsa looking to take control of the division heading into week 12.
Yeah, Tulsa got a little bit of help earlier today by Las Vegas as they beat St. Louis 40-27. So with the win here, they could take the division lead here. And all is not lost if they lose, because they can still take the division next week. As you said, Louisiana 3-7. Looking to play spoiler here as they are knocked out of the playoff. They've had a tumultuous week, to say the least, here in Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana now coming in with a new quarterback. You see him right there. Whisker Lafouche coming in hot after Johnny Pickler was released back on Wednesday. So Louisiana coming in with a brand new starting quarterback for the last two weeks of the season. Tulsa still coming in. They have a rookie of their own, although he's played the full year. He's going to be the one we see first up here in Tulsa.
JQ coming in, 14 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. Hasn't really played bad during the season. It just seems like he just can't catch a break.
He certainly cannot, as Gabriel Manning gets it out to the 26-yard line, and that's where JQ and company are going to set up the Tulsa Desperado offense. Before I forget, quarterbacks JQ, halfback Sansa Robinson, wide receivers are Corey Jones, DJ Hume, and Gabriel Manning. Tight end is Jason France. JQ coming out under center for the first play from scrimmage. Going to drop back, hand it off to Sansa Robinson. Sansa Robinson gets 2 yards on the run. Sansa Robinson this season really has been just a very sort of nitty-gritty sort of running back. He's not gotten a lot of yards per carry.
No, he's 9th in carries, but he's 20th in yards, 2.9 like last week, 12 carries for 45 yards. He just gets those little yards that makes your defense be a little bit honest and not running up, relying on covering the pass.
JQ throws it short right under, and he's going to get the catch. 3rd and 5 with the reception by DJ Hume.
DJ Hume, Q getting protected there by the center, Finley James, and the guard, Michael Potter. They also open up the holes for Sansa Robinson. That's going to be a big 3rd and 5 here on this first drive of the ball game.
3rd down and 5. JQ takes it from the shotgun, throws it deep towards the sideline. Got his man right there. Able to beat out the Louisiana secondary and comes down with the ball. I think that was Gabriel Manning, the money man, on the reception.
Money man, I like to call him Mr. Excitement. Had an unbelievable game last time against Arizona in a losing effort, having a 16th kickoff return for a touchdown. Also had 64 yards on 7 grabs.
Handoff to Sansa Robinson. He's going to gain nothing, lose nothing. And hey, you know what? If there's any day for kick returners today, as we saw in the London game earlier, it'd be today. Back-to-back kick returns for touchdowns by the London Knights.
Yeah, Dustin Zach, unbelievable with those kickoff returns for a touchdown. But like I said, Manning is the best in the league at it.
2nd and 10 here. JQ with 3 wide, one in the backfield, looking around in the shotgun. Pump fakes, throws it deep over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted by the Revolution. They get it down to the 13-yard line. Great job at snatching it from the air by Rolliman Hood. And now Whisker Lafouche is going to have his first time out on the field in a Revolution uniform.
Rolliman Hood, the SFL all-time leader in pick sixes with 7. That's his 33rd career interception. And like you said, it brings Whisker Lafouche out here on the field for his first time. See what the young man can do.
Lafouche coming out under center. Short drop. Looks around in the pocket, throws over the middle, and that was a nice read. Gain of 9 on the play. And really, for Louisiana, that's exactly what you want. Nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy, but gets you the yards you need.
It's definitely a nice little start there. Gains about 9 3/4 yards. Just a nice little easy pass. Get his feet wet here and get him right in the flow of the game.
Deep drop, throws it over to Reddy Streeter, and Streeter loses 3 yards on the reception. Not exactly what you wanted to do after a big gain like that. Nate Heslop with the tackle for loss.
That's a big tackle there. The Streeter is dynamic when you get him out in the open, but a great open field tackle by Nate Heslop here to drop him 3 yards to bring up 3rd and 3.
Offset eyes with the Revolution are coming out in. 3 yards towards the first down marker, handed off to Streeter, and Streeter met behind the line, behind the 20-yard line, and DJ Majesty, one of the all-time greats in this league, comes up and shows up against another one of the league's all-time greats.
Yeah, DJ Majesty coming in 11th all-time in tackles at 885, just behind, in this season, behind Ritter and Espen Royale with 74, came in with 71. A big tackle there. Tackle for loss number 7, DJ Majesty.
So Tulsa is going to get their start at the 44. Despite the bad turn of events from quarterback JQ, they really didn't lose anything out of it.
No, not really. I mean, that interception was basically like a punt if you really want to, make some, apples to oranges there. But it's still put them deep in their own zone. So it's basically like a punt. Now they have the ball at the 44.
Hand off to Sanzo Robinson, and Robinson finds a hole to the right side and gains 7. Nice job by Sanzo Robinson.
These are the runs that Sanzo Robinson does in these games. He might not run for a lot of yards, but they'll be like, okay, 1 yard, 2 yards, 1 yard. And then like on the first down here, run 7, and it puts the offense in great position here in 2nd and 3.
Drop back, throws it over, gets the first down, and a yard or two on top of that. Nice job just throwing to the flat, not going too crazy. Catch made by Gabriel Manning.
That's definitely who you want to get the ball in the hands to, Gabriel Manning. But once again, it's just like those little short passes, little tiny little runs by Sanzo Robinson. And that will open up the plays, even though they not run the ball a lot, but they can get the ball running. So it gives JQ a little bit more time to throw the football.
Moving up in the pockets, JQ finds a man right over the middle. Everyone in the Revolution secondary was playing back deep, but he was able to find Sanzo Robinson running right under the coverage.
Sanzo Robinson looked like he was going to block there and just snuck through the line there. I think a 6'2", 235-pound man could sneak through anything. But wow, what a pass play there. Great call. You saw like you said, the secondary coming back. Saw a nice little chance for Robinson up the middle. Big game.
Handoff to the outside. And Sanzo Robinson gets lit up in the backfield. Louisiana coming in with Blake Craze, and he just laid him out.
12th in tackles. This is a tackling ball club. You're talking about Louisiana. Tank Bennett, your leader, at $107. Blake Craze at 89. Anthony Wyatt at 84. Chuck Diesel at 80. These guys love to hit.
Deep drop there from JQ. Throws it over to Robinson, and Robinson's not going to gain anything, not going to lose anything. Going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
The ball was a little bit behind him by the time he got his footing to try to turn it upfield. It was a little bit too late. Like you said, it was a no harm, no foul play there for the Louisiana defense. Let's see what happens here on 3rd and 11. JQ this is where he needs really to be smart with the football, not force it in any areas. Just take what the defense gives you.
JQ looking to go for it all. Has a bunch of time in the pocket. Throws to the sideline, and what a grab! Sets him up at the 11. Just barely sneaking it in. JQ looking like he's been here for seasons upon seasons. Tackle made by Tank Bennett.
Take it at 18-yard, but what a throw there to Corey Jones. Wow, that, like you said, that was like a 10-season veteran there. That was just an unbelievable throw there. Corey Jones coming in, leading the team in yards per average per catch for 12.4 goes for 18.
Now they set up the 11. Short drop, free play, it seems. It's going to fall to the ground incomplete. We're going to have to see what the penalty was. Seems as a few seconds after the start of the play, it may be a holding.
Where the hold is going, is it going to go against? It looks like it's going to go against the Desperados. Number 69 tackled Donald Ellis there with the hold. And that was lucky because that ball almost was intercepted. That would have that definitely would have declined that penalty. But now it's put them in 1st and 20 at the 21. They can still get a first down at the 1. They don't have to score. But man, it puts them in a little bit of a hole.
Yeah, not a nice move there by Ellis. 1st and 20. JQ in the split back with 3 wide. Looking around now, throws it short, and oh, that was bobbled! Gabriel Manning in a very un-Gabriel Manning way just bobbled the catch that he had right there.
Yeah, it looked like he turned his field of vision up here. We'll check here on the replay. Yeah, look at that. He had his eyes turned upfield before the ball got there, and a rare drop by number 18. That's up 3rd and 20 here. I wouldn't be too I wouldn't be too gung-ho here. Just get a couple yards here, get your free goal kicker a little bit closer.
It actually makes it only 2nd and 20 as the holding
right.
negated down. They're going to go deep for the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Desperados! Gabriel Manning makes up for it in spades. The drop turning into a touchdown catch in a 50-50 ball.
50-50 balls, you love to have that. And more than not, Gabriel Manning's going to come down with that. That was a great touchdown pass. 21 yards to Gabriel Manning from JQ. Caps off a 9-play, 56-yard drive.
Kick is up and it's going to be through for the additional point. Tulsa up on Louisiana 7-0 after a great offensive drive by the Desperados. And now we got to see what Louisiana can do and, what they are going to do, really, because, again, they have a backup in this week. It's not easy.
Now, let's talk about getting thrown into the fire for Whisker LaFouche. At least, it's throwing it into the fire, but it's really a great situation because if they're not in a playoff hunt, they're basically coming out here to be spoilers. It's a good way to get him some snaps.
Yeah, give him some snaps just in case they may need him in the future because, hey, you never know in the SFL. Crazy things can happen. 1st and 10 now for the Revolution. LaFouche going under center, has 2 wide to his left, 1 man in the backfield. Short drop from LaFouche. Nice throw off. It's going to be a gain of 5 on the reception by number 84, Mike Twinscrew.
A nice reception. As I see the tight end, backup tight end, Banky Edwards getting dinged up there. We'll see what happens here. It looks like that might be a hamstring there as he was coming around. So let's see if he's grabbing the back there. That looks like it's a hamstring, but let's see if he can come back into the ballgame. Maybe it was just a cramp. But I'm interested because Louisiana is throwing the football here. They're going up against the worst rush defense in the league, giving up 126 a game. They've already given up 17 rushing touchdowns.
Well, they're going to hand it off to Streeter, and Streeter making his way to the outside. Streeter only gaining about 3 or 4 yards. Tulsa doing a pretty decent job holding him up.
That brings up 3rd and 1. Man, when you have number 34 in the backfield, man, yeah, you can just use him as a decoy, use him as your main weapon. He is just a game changer. And that's number 34, Reggie Streeter.
Hand off to Streeter once again, right up the middle. It's going to be a flag on the play. He does have the first down, but we have to see what the flag is first.
Another quick flag. Could that be another hold here on the offensive line? Let's see. It is a holding call.
Yes, it will.
Another holding call. It's going to force the offense back. This time it was number 51, the center, Doc Smith, causing the penalty. Drives him back 10, takes away the first down on the board, and brings up 3rd and 11.
The only upside to that, of course, that this is somewhat of a manageable one. It's only 3rd and 10, so let's see what they can do. Throws deep towards the sideline. It's going to be picked off. 1st and 10 now for Tulsa. What a way to go up and grab it by that Tulsa defense, Cameron Shaw in particular. And Whisker Lafouche already has his first interception of his career.
And that was just a poorly thrown ball, just way short. That had no chance of getting to the receiver, Mike Twinscrew. And that's his team-leading 8th interception for Cameron Shaw. Let's see what happens here. Having the ball on the Louisiana side of the field.
Handoff up the middle there to Santo Robinson, and Robinson gets a first down and maybe a yard or two on top of that. Great job for him just to barrel through the defense and get down to the 32.
It's in Judah Durga field goal range. That ball almost came out there. You saw the handoff, but he gathers it up there and a little bit loose with the football there at the end. But either way, it's a first down, and I agree with Rob Roy, 8891. It's a great start for Tulsa.
Now down to the 32, too wide at the top. It's the offset eye for the Desperados. Hand off to Robinson. Robinson going right up the middle, and Robinson trucks over a man, but gets stopped right after. Going to bring up 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard carry.
It sounds of Robinson looking really good here in the opening stanza for Tulsa here. Taking the ball and just absolutely running over people here. This has been a great quarter here for Tulsa.
2nd and 3, handoff to Robinson right up the middle, and Robinson gets 2 yards, not a third. Gets down to Louisiana's 23-yard line. 3rd and 1, and they are also pretty much in field goal range.
Yeah, as you see Robin Hood there with the tackle coming down the line to make that stop here. 3rd and 1, and Louisiana's defense hold them to 3 points. That would be a great victory for them if they do.
Short drop by JQ. JQ, wow. What was that catch? The rookie tight end, Jason France, was able to spin around and that looked like double or triple coverage, get the ball, and then just fall to the ground. That is some amazing skill.
Great skill for the tight end right there. Unbelievable. 6'7", 280 with hands of a wide receiver. Great catch.
Throws it up. It's going to be picked off. Louisiana gets it right back. JQ tried to do the little side on, a little bit of Patrick Mahomes, but no. Louisiana goes right up and takes it right back the other direction. Evan Arthur on the pick.
JQ got a little too cute there with that throw, looking for Manning, hanging at the tackle, but a big stop there for Louisiana to basically nullify any points for Tulsa when they definitely had a sure 3 on the board.
Under center, Whisker Lafouche. 1st and 10 from his own 7. Going to hand it off to Streeter, and Streeter finds a hole right up the middle and gets 6 yards on the run up to Louisiana's own 13-yard line.
Chris Andrews there on the stop. But now let's see if Louisiana can make do here with that momentum shift there with that interception. See if they can get Whisker Lafouche and this offense going here. First quarter.
Handoff once again to Reggie Streeter. Streeter spins around 2. Gets the first down up to Louisiana's 20-yard line. It seems to be after that interception interception, head coach Gerald Smith kind of just went like, okay, calm down a little bit. Let's not, get you too flustered. Just do a couple handoffs up the middle to Reggie Streeter.
And they're out of the shadow of their end zone already with just 2 handoffs. And this is where, if you're Tulsa, you need to take advantage of every opportunity you can, because Reggie Streeter is that dynamic of a player. He can put this game on his shoulders, and next thing you know, you're down 14-7 or you're 21-7.
They're going empty backfield for LaFouche. LaFouche goes deep. He got a man. Got a man on towards the sideline. Nice job to make a good throw out of it. Twin screw on the grab.
Twin screw, watch that. Just when he made that break, that ball was absolutely perfectly thrown where only Mike Twin Screw can get it. Big pass there for Whisker LaFouche. She's actually looking pretty confident back there in the backfield despite that interception.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Hand it off to Reggie Streeter. Streeter shreds a tackler. He's going to go down the sideline, gets hit at the last possible moment. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Tulsa Desperados are up on the Louisiana Revolution 7-0 after 11 minutes of play. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Louisiana going the other way now. Their first real cohesive drive of the day. Whisker LaFouche, the backup, showing he's been doing okay. 4 for 5 today. The only other one being an interception. Throws deep, and that one's going to be batted down. Not exactly where you want to be throwing the balls to, and it was deflected by Espen Royale.
Espen Royale, 11 pass deflections coming into this game for the season. Make it number 12 and make it number 121 for his career. What a career for Espen Royale. 121 pass deflections, 100 plus tackles for loss, and over 1,000 tackles in his career.
The man's got some talent. What else can be said? LaFouche goes right over the middle, and he forces receiver into kind of a compromising position, but Twin Screw able to make the most of it again.
Using all of his 6'3", 210 to get up and get that ball. It's just a middle slant there. Find just a soft spot right in the zone, and JQ hits him. I'm sorry, not JQ, but Whisker LaFouche comes up big with that catch, with that throw there. He's up first down there, already in field goal range.
So Louisiana doing very well this drive. Another throw from Whisker LaFouche coming, and he's got another reception. And Banky Edwards going to be out for the remainder of this game. Going to be listed as 12 weeks, but dang, that has to hurt. Especially with the torn Achilles. Jeez.
Oh, that's even painful just to even say. But Twin Screw got up after a big hit there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 and jumped off sides.
It's going to be a free play for the Revolution, and they're going to throw it to Reggie Streeter. They might just take the yards because they got the first down.
I think they're going to take that. They're going to decline that penalty here. And Tulsa is looking a little bit shaky here with Louisville. I'm going to say Louisville a couple times in this game. But Louisiana, putting the football down the field, they're having a great drive here.
So now out comes Louisiana in an empty backfield set on the 15. These are always interesting to see. You love to see what a team can come up with such little yardage to work with. Short drop by LaFouche. LaFouche goes over an insanely risky throw. I think he was trying to throw it to, I think it was number 83 there, but just was not able to get it going.
Yeah, looking for his backup wide receiver there, Cooper Xavier, who is basically, when they practice a lot, they practice with the other team's scout offense, and they try to be like the number one quarterback and number one receiver. So they're familiar with each other in practice. They just could hook up there.
Handoff up the middle to Streeter, and Streeter gains 3 yards, makes it a 3rd and 7 on Tulsa's 13-yard line. you know, at this point, 3rd and 7, you can kind of have a little bit of fun with the playbook.
You can have a little bit of fun with the playbook, but if you're Gerald Smith here, Mike Twinscrew, you might just want to just keep it simple here. Don't try to get your quarterback all confused here. You're in field goal range, just don't make a mistake.
Whisker Lafouche drops back, throws deep to the back of the end zone. That is caught! Lafouche has his first touchdown in a Revolution uniform. Catch was made at the back of the end zone by Chase Earl.
Chase Earl, the leading receiver on this team, just gets it by Ricky Thornton. A touchdown nonetheless for Louisiana. A big drive, 11 plays, 92 yards. Lafouche to Earl to get this ball game within an extra point of being tied up.
Kick is away, and it's going to be through for the extra point. We're all tied up here in Tulsa, and Louisiana has shown that even with the backup guy in, they are still just as competitive as ever.
Just coming down the field, but this actually puts Tulsa really in a bad situation, because when you basically game plan for Pickler, all of a sudden Whisker Lafouche comes into the mix. He brings in a little bit something different than Johnny Pickler, and right now it's just the second drive. It looks really, really good.
And Gabriel Manning tries to get around to the outside, gets up to the 24-yard line, and now basically the scores are wiped, and JQ's got to figure out what to do.
JQ right now, 2 interceptions, does have 103 yards on 8 for 11. But somehow, somebody's got to cut down on the interception. That's usually what kills him. In the games that they lose, he averages 4 interceptions on a ball game.
Yikes, and he's climbing dangerously close to that milestone. Throws it short to Sanzo Robinson. Robinson gains 3 yards on the play. Nice job for him.
Earlier in this season, when JQ threw for 300 yards, he has actually lost every game that he's thrown for 300 yards in. A lot of the games where he's had those 4 interceptions, one has also been turned for a pick 6 in 4 of those 5 losses.
Deep drop there from JQ, and JQ goes over the top, and it's probably about 5 or 6 Revolution players got their hands on it, but it falls to the ground incomplete.
Luckily for him, it falls to the ground incomplete. Up a 3rd and 7. JQ is looking like the backup here right now, just throwing the ball in just places where you really shouldn't be throwing it, and it's really being outplayed right now by Whisker Lafouche.
JQ looking around, goes short over the middle. Nice job, gets first down on 3rd and 7.
First down hits his backup wide receiver there. I think that's Radrick Davis, number 88, comes up with a great play there. Gets that first down. It's their, I believe, their third down conversion of this ballgame.
3 wide, 1 in the backfield for JQ, who himself is in the shotgun. Looking around now is JQ. JQ throws a deep bomb, and that one was nearly pick number 3. JQ, you know, this has been a thing with him all season. He's been very risky with his throws, and Tank Bennett could have nearly taken that the other way.
Tank Bennett should have taken that the other way. That was a very risky pass, as you said, by JQ. Let's see what happens here now on 2nd and 10.
Deep drop once again from JQ. Throws it short to Sanzo Robinson. Robinson started from a standing start about 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and able to make that into a 3rd and 5.
Great tackle there by Nathan Blake, just holding on for dear life. As you saw, like you said, Sanzo Robinson from a dead still start, still was able to drag him for a couple yards. Brings up a 3rd and 5.
And that's always where you want your offense to be, from somewhere between a 3rd and 2 to a 3rd and 5. Quick drop from JQ. JQ able to set up the play again and just threads the needle right in the middle, and they got themselves a first down.
Backup tight end Brandon Williams there on the catch. He just stood in the pocket and just an absolute fire. Just a little bit, maybe a little bit behind, but the receiver was able to adjust his shoulders, gets that football. And again, another third down conversion here. 4 or 5 for Tulsa right now, and they are in Louisiana territory.
JQ drops back, throws it over the middle again, and JQ on this drive, and particularly these last few throws, been able to find that sweet soft spot in the Louisiana defense, and there finds Corey Jones for the massive gain.
Again, just a little touch pass, and boy, you can't leave Corey Jones that wide open. I don't care who was throwing the football. You and I could have thrown that football to Corey Jones way. He was that wide open. And now AQ looks like he's feeling very comfortable in the pocket here. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's see if they can keep the momentum going. JQ looking around, goes to the sideline, caught! Touchdown, Desperados! DJ Hume hit as he caught it right at the goal line, sneaks it in. Touchdown, Tulsa is up 13-7.
What a return. What a counter for that touchdown. Hume with a great catch. His first touchdown of the year. 8 plays, 72 yards, culminating in Q to Hume for the score. Q was 6 of 8 on that drive for 72 yards and the score.
Great job just putting together a nice drive by the Desperados. Some risky throws early on, but they still are up 14-7 at the end of it. Oh, Gerald, you know, I have a good feeling about this ball game. Only a quarter and a half has gone by, and we've seen some fireworks going off.
Oh, definitely. Q throwing some good throws and some bad. LaFouche playing decent for his first start as a Louisiana Revolution player. Streeter's been electric. Gabriel Manning's been electric. So it's been a great opening, almost 16 minutes of football here. Let's see what Whiska, Reggie, and the rest of this Louisiana Revolution offense can do.
First and 10 now for Whiska, having to take it from his own 20. 2 wide to the top, 2 wide to the bottom with a single man in the backfield. That is Reggie Streeter. Deep drop by LaFouche. LaFouche goes to the sideline. His man was able to catch it, not able to get up and turn upfield. That's understandable. Garrison Blue, the tight end, on the grab.
Yeah, almost like a sideline Chris Carter-esque type of catch right there. Gains 3 yards, brings up 2nd and 7 here. This is where I love to see them try to get their the wide receiver Chase Earl or B Robo here involved in the football game.
Deep drop from LaFouche. LaFouche gets the first down on the grab and gets not really much more. Right on the line. Catch made by Garrison Blue once again.
Garrison Blue, his 4th catch of this first half. Second, almost equal with Mike Twin Screw here. Was a good first down to the 31-yard line. Let's see what they can do.
LaFouche looking around. Short throw, and almost the defender got his hands up. That was dangerously close to another pick.
It has on that throw. You can't float that throw. When you float that throw, that ball ends up going back the other way for 6 because there's no one there. I'd like to see him put a little bit more zip instead of the air underneath that ball, but luckily for Whiska, that goes incomplete here as they bring up 2nd and 10.
LaFouche with split back. LaFouche goes for a nice short quick dagger. Gains 3 yards, makes it a 3rd and 7. It's a very long 3rd and 7. However, still a gain of yards.
Harrison Blue with the catch that has been big on this drive. But now Wisconsin needs to convert here on 3rd and 7. The Revolution are 1 for 4 on 3rd down so far in the ball game.
Short drop. Whisker Lafouche finds a man open right towards the side of the field. Gets it up across midfield down to Tulsa's 46-yard line. What a great way to get up there and grab it. Chase Earl on the reception.
Okay, Jorge Torres kind of was late there on the coverage. I think Haslam thought he was going to have help over the top and didn't. And the rookie quarterback, Whisker Lafouche, sees Earl breaking free and hits him with a pinpoint pass. They're in Tulsa field, and Tulsa side of the football right now.
Under center, it's going to be a heavy set. They are going to throw. Throws it short over to Reggie Streeter. And Streeter's got some room to the sideline. Streeter, he's still up. He's still running. He's still spinning down to the 19-yard line. Gets Louisiana into the red zone.
Tackle Jerry Smith also just leading the charge. But what just a little toss. And then let Reggie Streeter do what he does best. That's making defenders miss and gaining yards. And right now they're already at inside Tulsa's red zone here. Let's see what they can do.
Lafouche in the shotgun with 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Lafouche looking around, throws it short. Nice job just to dump it off, take the yards, and run with it.
Yeah. Between these quarterbacks, you got a rookie in JQ, the first start ever for Whisker Lafouche. 16 straight passes combined by both quarterbacks in this game. Offensive coordinators having a lot of confidence in the young men on the field right now.
Shotgun look for Lafouche. Looking around, again, another short throw, kind of throwing into a bit of the heart of coverage. Gets the first down to Tulsa's 9-yard line.
Twin screw on the catch there. They're actually using the middle of the field here in between the linebackers and the secondary here pretty well here, just going across the middle, just giving Lafouche just a great target to throw to, and he's been doing great on this drive.
Making some adjustments at the line. Hands off to Streeter. Streeter got some room to the outside, got the blocks, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Revolution.
Great drive here. The only run of the drive results in 6. Reggie Streeter, his 13th rushing touchdown of the season, coming in 3rd in the league with that, 2nd in rushing yards with 1,071. Gets him there. Blocking was perfect. The Brown Knight, you are absolutely right. There's an extra point away from tying this ball game.
Couldn't ask for anything better out of a play like that. Kick is away. And we are tied up once again at 14 apiece with just a little bit over 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
And Louisiana coming out responds to Tulsa's 8-play, 72-yard drive with a 9-play, 77-yard drive of their own, capped off by Streeter's 9-yard touchdown run. And we got a ball game here tied up at 14. Just under 3 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of extra candy in the bottom of your Easter basket. You always love to see a good SFL game. As Gabriel Manning takes up the field, he spins his way out of 1, gets it up to the 28-yard line. The Desperados, they always have Gabriel Manning to rely on to at least get a little bit more yards. And now JQ is going to have to make good with it.
Every time he gets a kickoff, they're just on the edge of your seat, just waiting for him to bust one. With those spin moves and just in that speed when it gets to the outside. Now, the ball's in JQ's hands. Let's see what he can do here. 2:43 to go.
Deep drop from JQ for a short throw. And the receiver, DJ Hume, hit as he got that one. I don't necessarily blame him for dropping that. It's hard for anybody to make a catch like that.
That was a big hit by cornerback Evan Arthur. Just laying the wood down, making it incomplete. 2nd and 10. It was a good throw by Hugh. It was just that the defender got there as soon as the ball did.
2nd and 10. Handoff to Sanzo Robinson right up the middle, and Sanzo Robinson basically fell forward and gained 5 yards.
Yep, you see 34 yards on 8 carries there. Great job by Tyler Falk in the truck here. Giving us stats here, brings up 3rd and 5 here. Tulsa right now 5 for 5 on 3rd down conversions here. Perfect for the game.
Deep drop from JQ over the middle, and he's got a man right there in the heart of the defense. Gets it up to the 29-yard line. Great job to find. Again, those are one of the plays that are called rhythm plays, you know? Just perfect. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning here on Twitch after the catch by DJ Hume. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're all tied up at 14. Tulsa has still got it going. You are watching the SFL here on Twitch. Tulsa also has all 3 timeouts to work with, so that's always something that you got to consider when you're in these situations. Handoff to Streeter, right up the middle. Streeter plowing through, not Streeter, Rogers, plows forward for 8 yards.
Well, that run was Streeter-esque. I can see where you got there confused. But that was a great run by Robinson. But going back to that last play, DJ Hume came in this game was the least amount of catches for any of the receivers for Tulsa with 26 and no touchdowns. They're actually using him quite a bit right now. 2 catches for 56 yards and one of the 2 touchdowns.
Handoff to Robinson, right up the middle of Robinson! Oh my goodness, did you see that, Gerald? He just murdered a man with that truck.
Evan Arthur just got knocked back about 6 yards. This is where Sanzo Robinson comes. He might not have the 180 yards or 200-yard games, but when he gets going and he puts that shoulder down, he will knock people out of the way.
JQ goes directly over the middle, and a Revolution member jumped the route, got his hands up, but not able to come down. Nathan Blake, great job for him.
Nathan Blake might have got away with a little bit of a bump there before that ball got there, but the refs keep the flag in the pockets. That was close, but great coverage there by Nathan Blake.
Hey, you know, that's what they always say. You know, you got to let the teams play out, and that's what the refs did on that play. 2nd and 10, JQ throws to the nice short route, gets up to the 3rd and 4, and they're already running a hurry up. Kind of an interesting call there, considering they have all 3 timeouts.
I think they caught them in a little bit of a mismatch there in the secondary. And great defender play there. Wow, great play by that was Chuck Diesel, the inside linebacker.
Yeah, that was my one kind of criticism of running like that instead of just calling the timeout and going for your own play. But hey, they are within Judah Dorgan's range, and for the first time, we're going to see Judah coming out for a field goal attempt.
Like it's going to be a 27 or a 28-yard attempt, probably a 28-yard attempt here. They snap and hold.
It's away, and it's good. Tulsa takes the lead, 17-14, with just 43 ticks on the clock remaining. However, if you're Louisiana, that's actually pretty dang good news to be seen, considering the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, they get the ball and start the second half.
I believe you are right. I think JQ missed an opportunity there on that incomplete pass. I think he could have hit. I believe he had the right receiver on the top. I believe that was Gabriel Manning just a little bit sooner. He was inside the defender. But either way, they got a field goal out of it to take the lead 17-14.
So they're going to start their own drive from their own 20, and now, really for the first time in his career, Whisker Lafourche has to come out in a relatively high-pressure situation.
Yep, 42 seconds of all complex timeouts in here. But both of these teams have been really playing well. The last 4 drives have resulted in points. 2 touchdowns for Louisiana and a touchdown and a field goal for Tulsa.
Deep drop, throws it over to the sidelines, going to be caught. Gain of a few yards. I like those sorts of plays. You know, they're not exactly flashy. They gain a few yards and they stop the clock without having to burn a timeout. Catch made by D. Robo.
D. Robo comes up with a great catch, 2nd and 2. As you mentioned, gets out of bounds, saves this timeout here. So they come up here. Looks like they're going to run out of a heavy. Are they going to pass out of this heavy formation? Let's see.
Hey, I've seen crazier things, Gerald. 2nd and 2. Whiska Lafouche making some adjustments at the line. They're going to hand it off to Streeter, and Streeter gets hit at the line. They were trying to kind of play a little bit cheeky there, try and do something cute, but Berto DeMora, he ain't having any of that and just lays out Streeter.
Yeah, Berto DeMora just introduces Reggie Streeter to the turf here. That was a big hit here. Looks like they're just going to run the clock out.
No, they aren't. They're going to throw it right over the middle, and they're going to get a few yards on top of that. Coming into the hurry-up, kind of interesting. You have all 3 timeouts. Use one of them, my lads. Use them. They're finally going to use it with only 3 seconds left.
That is where having maybe a more experienced quarterback would help there. Let a couple of seconds run off the clock, and I think Harold Smith is letting his young quarterback know that you could have saved us about 4 or 5 seconds if you're going to call a timeout. But they're at their own 44-yard line, 3 seconds left. I think you're going to see the Hail Mary coming up here and see if Whiska Lafouche has the arm to get it there as we come to the last play of the first half.
All wide to the bottom. It's Hail Mary time here in Tulsa. And Lafouche is going to go down before he has his first real shot. But for the Desperados, it's good news. You go into the half with the lead.
Jaden Swift coming with his 7th sack of the season. Like you said, Tulsa goes into the half with that 3-point lead here. And it's been a really interesting and entertaining game so far. JQ having a day, 16-24 for 219. Whiska Lafouche, 17 of 21 for 166. You see the yards are basically even in the rushing department. And then you see the 2 turnovers for Tulsa, but they get on top 17-14. As you see, one of the 2 interceptions they're thrown by JQ. Reggie Streeter, 8 carries for 41 yards. Sandra Robinson, 10 carries for 46. Your leading receiver, Mike Twinscrew, 6 catches for 59 yards. 1 touchdown receiving for Louisiana is Chase Earl. For Desperados, Jay Hume, 62 yards on 3 catches and a touchdown. Gabriel Manning, 54 yards and a touchdown as well. Your leading tackles of the ballgame, Nathan Blake, 7, 54 for 5. So it's been a closely tight-knit, contested football game here, as the score and the stats indicate. We should be in for an interesting second half.
So, yeah, this game has been all knotted up here. Looking at the other game right now, it's 10-7 Arizona on top of Atlanta. This whole Eastern Division, Gerald, you know, if you told me, you showed me the little, like, graphic at the beginning of the season, I would have thought you had all the standings upside down.
Well, yeah, Louisiana probably looked like was going to win this division here, basically out of the playoffs here at 3-7. Atlanta 4-6, 2 seasons removed from a championship, barely holding on to any playoff life. But if Arizona wins that game, I think that will basically take Atlanta out of any running for the playoffs. So right now, it's basically Louisiana trying to make Tulsa's road to the playoffs a little bit harder. But right now, if Tulsa wins this game, they will have the advantage, probably with the momentum going into their last game of the season. So basically, do or die here for Tulsa, as Louisiana will get the ball first. in the second half.
Yeah, Tulsa, they play St. Louis next week in a matchup that, as it currently stands, will be basically for the Eastern Division Championship. But of course, a win here could help them out in the wild card race and provide them that little bit of extra wiggle room should they need it.
It's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of 6-6 teams. I don't wish that on Cameron Irvine, our exalted SFL commissioner here. He's got a lot of work to do with all these 6-6 teams here. But right now, we're getting involved with that. Tulsa's 5-5 and Louisiana's 3-7. He gets some points here.
That's all. All that matters now is Reggie Streeter gets 3 yards on his first carry of the half. Again, the first half for this Louisiana offense, despite bringing in a new quarterback, has done okay. Whisker Lafouche himself has 169 yards off 17 completions from 21 attempts, a touchdown and an interception. Overall, not a terrible debut.
No, not a really good debut, in fact, for Whisker Lafouche. And both offenses have been really, really good, except for the occasional turnover, Q with 2 and Lafouche with 1. But it's been a very, very good and really well played ball game right now.
Although, hey, turnovers, what are they but the spice of life around here? 3rd and 7 for the Revolution. Lafouche coming out in the empty backfield. Let's see what they can come up with. High snap, looking around. Lafouche under pressure, and he's going down. Loss of 6 on the play, and all the momentum they had going their way is going to now go right over to the Desperados with Berto Demora with his first sack of the ball game.
Berto Demora, his first sack of the ball game, back-to-back games with sacks for that third season vet. And Tulsa's defense comes out here, shuts down Louisiana right here on the first drive of the second half. Big time play there. That makes Louisiana now 3 of 7 on third downs.
Punt is away, nearly blocked. And Tulsa's going to take it right at the 45. Takes up to the 46. They're going to say forward progression. Now JQ comes out for his first start of the second half. He's been having a really good game for himself, although he's dangerously close to kind of what you've talked about in many games previous to Tulsa, his kind of upper limit before things just kind of go off the rails.
When he hits that 4 interception mark, they have not won a football game. He's halfway there, but now you just have the big set here. You're going to see a big dose. Number 20. No, it's a pass.
Oh, wow. Throwing it to Gabriel Manning, sliding underneath, I think, 3 or 4 Revolution defenders. Just able to sneak it in. And after that, he's tied with DJ Hume for the most receiving yards on the Desperados today.
Yeah, and that was a great throw by JQ. Just putting it where if it was going to either be caught by Manning or it was going to fall to the turf incomplete. I love the pass play out of that big set. It confused me because I thought he was going to get a running play out of that.
Handoff right up the middle to Sanzo Robinson. They're going to say he got the first down, and I would agree with them.
That was close, and I believe with that one catch, I believe Manning now, he is now over 1,000 yards receiving for the year. So congratulations to that young man for getting in there. Well, I shouldn't say young man, he's a 7th season vet. But congratulations on getting to 1,000 yards.
And they're going to go with the short throw. Gain of nothing, loss of nothing to Sanzo Robinson.
That's Louisiana. But for honest, he's getting a laugh there, not gaining any yards. This is where JQ really needs to be careful with the football. I think that was a great check down there. They threw to Robinson. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 10.
Short drop from JQ. JQ finds his man right where he needs to be. Gains of 9 on the play. 3rd down and 1. And really now, most of the time you run the ball in this situation.
Yeah, Jason France there gaining 9. And the way Sandra Robinson ball at the end of the first half, just putting his shoulder down, I think I would give it to him at this point. He's been clearing defenders.
Handoff up the middle, and it's not gonna go. Caught up right at the line of scrimmage. Gonna say they actually lost one. And the Revolution do well to hold up Derek Genko on the tackle.
The good old commentator's jinx right there. That's 4th and 2, and you see the offense come out on the field. I love the play call. You need to go for it. Put some points on the board. Good job.
Get aggressive. But it seems to be they're just going to be using this as the sacrificial timeout. Louisiana, they ain't budging. And they won't. Kind of an interesting call from Tulsa to go with the sacrificial timeout, as they're only up by 3, and we got a quarter and a half of football left to play here.
Yeah, but you have a lineman for Louisiana with only 2 seasons experience. There was a good chance that one of them might have jumped off sides. It was a good effort here, but now I believe the field goal unit is going to come on here, and it's going to be a monstrous effort of 52 or 53 yards here for Judah Dorgan.
This is probably going to be one of the longest field goal attempts of Judah's career. Kicks away. It's long. It's up. And it's good from 52 out. Every time you see a field goal longer than 50 yards here in the SFL, it's a reason to celebrate. And Judah Dorgan. Good. Woo. That's a big one.
That wouldn't have been good from another yard out, but back-to-back weeks for Judah Dorgan here with 50-yarders. Last week he was 4 for 4 with a 52-yarder in that loss to Arizona, but now that puts Tulsa up by 6.
The dude's done well. What can I say? As Louisiana's going to take it out now, down by 6, up to their own 19-yard line. The question becomes, I mean, really, though, now they think about it, not much needs to be done. You just keep on with your game plan.
Yeah, LaFouche has been playing well, 17 of 21. Streeter, 10 carries for 44 yards. You don't even need to do anything different with the playbook here. You're still within a score. So, playbook's open. Just keep on with what you're doing.
Deep drop from Wesker LaFouche. LaFouche going deep. Going to gain 15 yards to the 36-yard line. Catch made by B.E. Robo.
I believe that was Garrison Blue, the tight end there on the catch. Just a nice little pick out. That looked like it was going to be intercepted. I think Blue there kind of saved his quarterback, taking that ball away from Jorge Torres. But great throw, and it's a first down for Louisiana. That was their 11th first down of the ball game.
LaFouche going under center, no one in the backfield. You know he's going to throw the ball. Short drop, short throw, and DJ Majesty got a hand up there and basically swatted it down. Nuh-uh, not today, not in my house.
DJ Majesty also knew that they were going to throw the football, actually dropped back in coverage a little bit, was able to knock that ball down. Probably the 2nd and 10 here for Louisiana. Let's see if Tulsa here can stop them and maybe gain some of that momentum defensively like they had before.
Handoff right from the middle of Reggie Streeter, and Streeter spins around a man. He's got the burst of speed, makes a man miss. He's got one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Touchdown, Louisiana Revolution.
And just like that, momentum switch. 64 for number 34, and they're an extra point from taking the lead. What a run by Reggie Streeter. You see some great boxing coming out of the tackle right there. And once he got out in the open field, there was nobody gonna catch him. As you see, Majesty trying to cut down the angle, could not get there. 3 plays, 81 yards, 64 of those from Reggie Streeter. Yes, Jason France, it is classic Streeter coming up with his 2nd touchdown run of the ball game. 14 now for the season.
What a way to do that, and they're going to kick it up. It's going to be through for the additional point. Louisiana now up on Tulsa 21-20, and you know, we were talking earlier when Tulsa kind of did the sacrificial timeout. This is the situation I was worrying about. They'd be down, and then, you know, say later on in the game, say they're still down by about a point or two, and they need that extra timeout, that it won't be there.
Yeah, that Louisiana, just with Reggie Streeter, can just put up points in a hurry. I mean, he just got that dynamic of a player as we saw basically over his whole career as man, he's trying to get to the outside. And it's one of those things, like I said, where Tulsa can't afford to let any opportunity slip. Even though Louisiana's 3-7, this is a big game that they can't afford to lose.
So JQ in the shotgun, split back, 2 out of the top, 1 to the bottom. Looking around now, he's going to throw it short, and that one was nearly picked off by a Revolution linebacker. Had it right there, and it was up in his face mask and everything. Blake Craze, you know, maybe there's a reason why they say linebackers don't have hands.
Oh, yeah, he has 11 interceptions for his career. That should have been number 12. But just a badly thrown ball there by JQ here. See what happens here on 2nd and 10. He's got to be a little bit smarter with the football right now.
2nd down and 10. Deep drop from JQ. Throws to the sideline. Goes for the 50-50 ball. And the throw to Corey Jones not working. Rolliman Hood got his hands up there and able to bat it down.
Great coverage there by Rolliman Hood. I don't think there was any chance that ball was going to get there. That's the 6th pass deflection for this Louisiana Revolution defense here. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. They have yet to move the ball yard on this drive.
Let's see if they can start that now. JQ looking around the pocket. Pressure coming. Throws it over the middle. That's going to be picked off. The Revolution have come out to play the second half and punish JQ for throwing it deep one too many times. Tank Bennett on the interception.
Number 6 of the season. Number 35 of the career as he gets a deflection there. And don't look now, but Louisiana has all the momentum. They're at Tulsa's 35. Hey, a touchdown and an extra point right here will make it a 2-score ball game. As you see, Reggie already over the 100-yard mark in this football game. Tulsa's defense has got to come up big here.
1st and 10, balls on the Tulsa 35, hand off to Reggie Streeter to the outside. Streeter gets caught up. Tulsa knew exactly what they were trying to do, and they put the kibosh on that as soon as it started.
Bruno Demora and Espen Royale coming up with the tackle there. Espen Royale's 4th tackle, I believe, of this ball game. Demora's 6th. Going to come at a better time.
2nd and 12, handoff to Streeter right up the middle. Streeter only had the safety to beat, but he did not win that one-on-one battle, already weakened from his trials and tribulations in the front 7.
That was a great open field tackle, I believe, by Ricky Thornton. That's one of those moves where you see Streeter usually shake them off, and then he's off to the races. A great open field tackle that forces 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for Louisiana.
Short throw over the middle is going to be caught for a 1st down all the way down to Tulsa's 19-yard line. Chase Earl on the reception.
Your leading receiver coming into this for the season. Nice little quick throw just over the shoulder pad of Janelle Ritter. And they are right now in field goal range here. LaFouche and company want to put this ball into the end zone.
Looking around now. LaFouche goes for the end zone. LaFouche It's going to be overthrown drastically, and I guess that shows, he's still in his very first game of his SFL career.
Yeah, but I think that actually might have been a little bit smart there just to throw it high, and if it goes incomplete, it goes incomplete rather than throwing it lower and having it being batted away and maybe tipped for an interception. So that might have been a design overthrow right there.
He's playing 4D chess, and we're not even aware of it. Lafouche, deep drop, goes over and goes a little bit lower, and that one's going to fall incomplete.
Looking for Amate Shafunk there with the pass broken up there by big old number 99 for Tulsa, Espen Royale. Big 3rd and 10 here for the Tulsa Desperado defense. Louisiana, 4 for 8, 50% on 3rd down conversions going into this one.
Looking around now, moving up in the pocket. Hit as he throws, picked off. Tulsa is able to capitalize on that. That's the second interception that Lafouche has thrown today. And the pick was made by Nate Heslip.
I think the hit as he throws does not get the ball there, and Haslip makes an interception here. A costly red zone turnover for Tulsa, and it keeps it a 1-point ball game. Now it's on the rookie JQ to see what he can do here with his offense. Down 1, 3:53 to go in the 3rd.
Deep drop from JQ, throws it over, caught. Are they going to get to the first down marker? No, they aren't. Gabriel Manning on the reception makes it 2nd and inches.
About 9.5 yards there for Gabriel Manning. He and Baldwin Hood start talking a little bit of smack to one another. But that was a great safe pass there for Q, coming back after that interception, hitting one of his favorite targets, hitting Gabriel Manning. So let's see what happens here on 2nd and inches.
Handoff up the middle to Sanzo Robinson. Robinson gets the first down, and maybe a yard or two on top of it makes it a 1st and 10.
Right now, Tulsa 13, maybe 14th first down of the ball game here. Boy, these stats are so close with these teams. You can tell it's a 1-point game. It's been an exciting game so far. 3:10 to go.
Louisiana, they're playing up close to the line, at least on that front 6. Handoff Sanzo Robinson, and that was the exact right defensive play call. Only getting a yard from Sanzo.
Blake Diesel, they looked like they were showing blitz there. Comes up with the tackle, just holds Robinson to 1 yard. 14 carries right now for 50 yards. It's a typical Sanzo Robinson hard-pressed game to get yards. We'll see here on 2nd and 9.
Handoff up the middle to Robinson once again. He's going to gain a few yards on top of that, making it 3rd and 4 with 2:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Great tackle there by Blake Craze coming off of the block there, I believe, by number 69, Donald Ellis. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and 4. You have the whole playbook at your disposal. I'd love to see it. Throw it to the tight end, Jason France, right here.
Handoff right up the middle to Sanzo Robinson. Gains a few yards. Not going to gain the first down, though. 4th down and 1 for the Desperados.
He looked like he was going to break his tackle and go through there. But who else but Tank Bennett, who hits like a tank when he hits you. 6'4", 227, comes up and stops him. Ooh.
Punt is away. It's going to be fair caught. You mentioned that. Clearly did not want any of the juju that's in for either of these two teams right now. Playing like they're long-standing rivals, even though they've only been in this division for 1 season. This is their first time playing as division foes.
Yeah, like you said, Louisiana won the last game. Tulsa having the 2-1 advantage. Man, that special teams play was almost a block. Let's see what happens here. Briscoe Lafouche gets the ball in his own 29.
Handoff to Streeter right up the middle. Streeter spins right through the defensive line. Gain of 3.
if you're Louisiana right now, I think you see a big dose of number 34 here, not only to wear down this defense, but also to take down this clock here. But as I say that, again, they go into shotgun.
Going to shotgun, but shotgun runs are possible. This is not going to be one of them. LaFouche going to the sideline. That was picked off. Tulsa's defense instantly punishing LaFouche for even daring to go for the deep ball. Heslep with his second interception today.
Number 2, he just stepped right in front of Chase Earl. And that's what I was saying. They might have just wanted to run the football there. A costly turnover, interception number 3 for LaFouche, and it sets up Tulsa on Louisiana's side of the field.
So now Tulsa gets the ball in their own half of the field. Low snap for JQ, goes short to Sanzo Robinson. Robinson running up the field. Gain of 5. If there's anything that's clear right now is that Tulsa, as of right now, is winning this field territory battle.
Yeah, they definitely are right now, but now they need to get points on the board. Field position is great, but you need to take advantage of that and get some points. They need, I think, another 10 here, getting Judah Dorga's range here, but they need to get that first down, 2nd and 5.
Short drop there from JQ. Hit as he throws, and he makes the pass work. Able to get it going. JQ 262 yards today already. 3 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. He's playing dangerously close to his limit.
Yeah, and that was a duck as he got hit as he threw, but somehow finds his way to the backup tight end, Brandon Williams here. So comes up there at the 3-yard line. That would be a 50-yard field goal if they don't gain another yard, but they got to hold on to the football.
Short drop from JQ. Deep throw! Caught! Down to the 8-yard line. Tulsa brings it to within 1st and goal as we end the 3rd quarter. Get your 86s up. Get your 4s up in chat, folks. Everything is on the line for the Desperados. For this game at least. 21-20 in favor of the Revolution. You are watching the SFL on Twitch. JQ deep drop, throws short. Throws, I think that was basically an offensive lineman. 2nd and goal. Actually, no, that was Jason France, the tight end.
Jason France, number 87, is as big as one of those offensive linemen, 6'7", 280 pounds. Let's see what happens here. 2nd and goal from the 7.
Short drop by JQ, throws in the end zone, caught! Touchdown! Jason France, looking like one of his receptions that he had back in his minor league days.
And that's where he just absolutely makes his money. Touchdown, France, his 5th of the season. As that was a great throw there. 48 yards on 5 plays. The touchdown. Q France, the 3rd different receiver with a touchdown in this ball game to go along with Hume and Manning, and it puts Tulsa back up by 5-6 points, extra point pending.
Pop snap is gonna be blocked. The Desperados, their kick is blocked after the botch snap, and that changes everything in this game.
And the block there was believed by number 57 for the Revolution, the backup inside linebacker, Commander Murdoch, 6'2", 245, busting in there. But it's still a 5-point game. It's still a touchdown needed by Louisiana to take the lead here. With 10:27 to go in the 4th, he got a ball game once again.
Kick taken out of the end zone. Oh, look at that juke. Look at that juke move. Gets them up to the 25. And now down by 5 with 10:22 remaining. Not a lot of pressure. However, you are still down, and there is a certain pressure that inherently comes from being behind.
Yeah, Jeff Milanition doing his best Gabriel Manning impersonation right there. Getting the ball up to the 25. Mr. LaFouche has had 3 interceptions here. Got to be careful with the football here. Another turnover could be costly. He looks like he's changing the play up at the line.
Yes, he saw what Tulsa was doing and adjusted the play accordingly. Makes a slant play. Caught first down. Nice job to recognize what was happening and call an audible at the line, making some moves that, would only be made by experienced QBs.
That Garrison blew that ball. If that ball was a second later, that could have been a pick. Got there right in time. First down. See what he can do here.
Short drop, throws it deep towards the sideline, but it's going to be tipped away. Pass intended for Chase Earl.
Yeah, that ball had a little bit more air under it. As with the pass deflection, his third of the ball game. But man, that ball was just a little thrown, just a little bit further, maybe like 1 or 2 yards. We could be talking about the Louisiana Revolution lead right now, but now falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. They're coming out in the heavy set for the Revolution. Handoff to Streeter. Streeter's got some blocks. He's got some room up the middle. Gain of about 3 or 4. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And this is where you have to worry about. When you're worrying about LaFouche's passing, you're going to leave wide open areas for Streeter to run. That was a big gain here to get it to 3rd and 4. Louisiana 4 for 9 right now on 3rd downs, 44%. None bigger than right now here in the 4th.
Deep drop from LaFouche. LaFouche is going to go down. Going down in Homa. But it's going to be Tulsa coming up with a big sack. Jaden Swift. Just a sheer force of nature.
Jaden Swift with his 7th sack of the season. Second only to Chris Andrews. But that was a coverage sack. There was nowhere for LaFouche to throw the football. Now the punting unit comes on here, and you're going to punt to the ever-dangerous Gabriel Manning.
Punt is high. Let's see what Manning can do. Takes it, gets some blocks, and he's not going to do much with it. Takes it to the 37. But now Tulsa, they got some mojo. They got some pep in their step. JQ, you got to be feeling a little bit more confident in yourself right now. Let's see what they can come up with.
Yeah, let's see what they can come up with. If Tulsa, you don't want to have any mistakes here on this drive. You can't afford a fumble or JQ to throw an interception here, as they're putting up everybody up on that line.
Yeah, there's so many people there. You think it'd violate COVID protocols. 1st and 10, JQ moving up the pocket, throws it over, caught first down at the 49-yard line. They had all the people there, but they decided to throw to the backup.
11 people in a box, and they find a crossing pattern. Here, I believe that was B. Robo. That is a big first down there. They looked like they were going to blitz and put the pressure on him. Gave him time to throw the football. Excellent job there by the offensive line of Tulsa.
Deep drop from there. JQ going to gain a nice 5 yards on the reception. Just simple dump off, not much to it. 8:03 remaining in the ball game.
Robo with his 2nd consecutive catch, and I think he threw that ball there. I think he felt the pressure coming from the backside. There was a defender coming in untouched, giving one of those tackles, the sacks to a quarterback, where he bends backwards the way he's not supposed to, but he gets rid of that football, making it 2nd and 5.
Gonna be another handoff right up the middle to Sanzo Robinson. Sanzo Robinson not going to gain or lose anything. 3rd down and 6.
Big tackle there, I believe by Ross Napoli. Now it's going to come up here for 3rd and 6 here. JQ needs to be protected with the football here. You're only up. You're up by 5. Punt is just as good as a completion.
And they're going to go with the completion route down to the 27. And JQ just feeling some sort of energy in him right now. This has to be the best game of his career, at least to this moment.
Right now, JQ, 332 yards, 28 of 39, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, a QBR of 91. That was definitely a pressure throw here. First down, number 17, and third down conversion, number 6. The Tulsa Desperados.
Doing another handoff to Robinson. We're up the middle, and there's basically parting the Red Sea. Takes up to the 15-yard line. What a run there by Sanzo Robinson, especially for someone, again, we talked about this earlier. He's usually known for being like a very small run sort of guy, but he's gotten some pretty big ones today.
Got some great blocks there. As you saw from that camera angle, the fullback 44, Royal Hawkins, and the guard, Archer Pine, 6'5", 315, getting down the field there and opening up holes for Sanzo Robinson.
Handoff Sanzo Robinson again, going to lose one on the play. 6.5, a little bit under 6.5 remaining. Nathan Blake on the tackle.
Nathan Blake was just not a tackle. That was just a big hit. As we heard that crunch from up here. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. You're in field goal range here. If you're JQ, you need to be smart with the football and not turn the ball over here on 2nd and 11.
Looking around now, throws it short, caught. Gain of 5. Nice job to recuperate the damage on the throw to Gabriel Manning, who now has 100 yards receiving throughout this ball game. He's also been going off.
7 catches for that buck one here, and it's a big 3rd and 6. This is a big play right here. Don't do anything dumb here. A field goal here puts it a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Short drop, nearly hit as he throws. The tip is up, and Evan Arthur able to get the ball away. And now Judah Dorgan having to come out for a field goal attempt.
JQ had someone wide open in the flat and didn't get that. Ball was actually more toward the cornerback Evan Arthur than it was to Gabriel Manning. He had someone open way over in the right side, way in the flat, just wide open. Didn't see him. It was a big extra point block here. That extra point block is huge. Get it to a 9-point game. This would get it to a 2-point conversion with the touchdown to tie. Big field goal here.
Kick is away, and it's going to be through for 3. The Desperados now up 29-21, and now if Louisiana wants to tie this ball game, they need the 2-pointer on top of everything else.
Yeah, Tulsa 9-play, 54 yards for the field goal to make it an 8-point game. And if you look up in the upper left part of your screen, Atlanta has opened up on Arizona. Now a 31-17 lead for the Swarm over the Scorpions.
And after that, the kneel down in the end zone, Malinishin, saw the kick from Judah Dorgan, who must have been feeling something great in his leg. And it's going to just be a kneel down in the back of the end zone, taking it out to the 20, where Whisker Lafouche is going to set up shop.
Lafouche has been looking shaky here in the fourth quarter after a really good start. Now he's 20-30, 208 yards, 1 touchdown to Chase Earl, but 3 costly interceptions.
Lafouche goes over the middle, and that one was somehow caught for an 8-yard gain. What a grab by number 86, B.E. Robo. Or no, that was Garrison Blue, sorry.
Garrison Blue with his 7th catch on his 7th target right now. Looking good here, 58 yards, just second only to Mike Twinscrew. But Louisiana here coming up and needs to come up big. They're down 8.
Short drop, throws over to Reggie Streeter, and Streeter, he had a man who could have blocked, but he decided to stand there. Still a nice gain of yards.
And Reggie Streeter decided he was going to go do the spin move anyway, getting around that one block. Makes one guy absolutely missed. I believe it was number 51 right here. Yep, number 51 for the Desperados. Guy Sanders just making him look foolish. It's a first down, and the clock's running. 4:33 to go in the ball game.
Handoff up the middle to Reggie Streeter, and Streeter hit at the line. Nice job once again by Jaden Swift. He's been absolutely electric in the middle of the field. You know, that's his third tackle. He has 2 sacks and 2 TFLs to boot.
He's having a great game there on the defensive line, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Whisker LaFouche making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Going to hand it off to Streeter to the outside. Streeter had a man meet him about 3 or 4 yards back, but he was able to convert that into a single-yard gain.
This time, Guy Sanders wasn't going to get fooled and held on to those legs for dear life, as it looked like Streeter was going to break that tackle, but brings him down for only a gain of 1. It's going to force LaFouche back here in the shotgun.
Whisker LaFouche goes up on a Tuesday, comes down on a Sunday. Mike Twinscrew going up into the air using every single inch of his body to get that ball, and now gives Louisiana a little bit more time and room to work.
6'3", 210, Mike Twinscrew, the second season wide receiver, coming in. High little touchdown lead with Chase Earl with 3, but comes up with a big catch right there, go into Tulsa territory.
Goes over to Reggie Streeter, and Streeter juked once he got the ball, but he gets about 2 yards on the play. Nice job from Reggie Streeter to make something out of nothing, but the downside, that clock is still ticking.
2:49 to go plus. Again, Guy Sanders seems to be Streeter's shadow right now. Big play coming up here.
Throws over. It's going to be a gain of 1.
Again, you see Sanders there on the tackle, along with, I believe, DJ Majesty. Big third down coming up here. Louisiana, 5 for 11 in the ball game here. This is a big, big play of this game here for Louisiana.
LaFouche throws it over. No, not going to get the first down. Nearly had it. Could have leaned over a little bit to get a Twinscrew. Now it says that a 4th and 1, and you kind of have to go for it now.
If you have 4th and 1, you're definitely going for it here. It's a great tackle by Cameron Shaw, but now this is where Louisiana could get really, really deceitful. You can fake it to Streeter, give it to him on the flat. Like
That's
there.
what they're going to do. Turn up field. That's a first down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning on top of that.
That was a great tackle there, but man, they could get a little bit deceptive. Great play call.
So, 2 minutes remaining here in this ball game. Tulsa up 29-21 on top of the Louisiana Revolution. But don't go anywhere, folks. The Revs are driving. They're at the 30. Stay tuned. You're watching the SFL on Twitch. Hand off to Streeter. Streeter going to the outside. He's got room to run. Sheds a tackler. Nearly sheds 2. Gets it down to the 18-yard line. Keeps it in bounds, though, which may be a detriment to the Revolution.
Well, I don't know if you really want to score quick and give Tulsa a chance to get the ball here. But you need, first things first, is you have to get the ball across the plane of that goal line here. You have 3 timeouts. You do have plenty of time here. 18 yards to go. I think they just don't want to leave a lot of time on the clock for Tulsa.
Give me another handoff to Reggie Streeter. Up the middle, gains a few yards. 2nd and 6. Minute 27 and counting.
Up to a $1:38 now for Streeter with 2 scores. I think that it's either gonna be a touchdown to tie or bust for Louisiana right here, as we're getting close to 70 seconds here. Have to go on the ball game.
Handoff once again up the middle to Reggie Streeter. Streeter charges forward, 3rd and 1, and surely Louisiana has to take a timeout at some point.
I would wait. Well, they have some time here, 3 timeouts, but they're going to come up to the line here pretty quick. Maybe with a 45 seconds, snap the ball.
Handoff to Streeter right up the middle. Streeter, he's got the first down and a few yards on top of it. And that's how they're going to call their first timeout. Okay, ball's on the 6. Louisiana, they need the touchdown plus the 2-point conversion to send this to overtime. Do you just keep pounding the rock with Streeter?
Streeter's having a great game. He's averaging 7 yards a carry. You're 6 yards away. Do the math. I would give it to Streeter here.
First and goal, 43 ticks remain on the clock. They're actually going to throw it from Lafouche. Throws it over to Streeter, and Streeter's going to lose a few. They're locked into the formation, though. They come out in the hurry up. 32 seconds, and the clock is still moving. Lafouche taking another deep drop. Short throw to Streeter. Streeter's got some blocks. Streeter gets it up to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. Louisiana takes their second timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining, 18 seconds, and realistically 2 plays. That's all they have.
You need 2 plays. 4 yards from Tater, which you also need the 2-point conversion. 18 seconds left. Let's see if Tulsa's defense can hold.
Everyone's right up on the line of scrimmage. Deep drop from Wiska. Lafouche. Lafouche goes to the end zone. He was just about a yard too far out. Had a foot gotten down, that would have been a touchdown, but now 4th and goal.
4th and goal, 15 seconds left. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie in your first ever ball game in the SFL. It doesn't get any better than this.
Here we go. It's shotgun 2. Lafouche gonna throw for the game-tying touchdown. Short drop, throws over to Streeter. Streeter went out of bounds. Actually, no, that wasn't Streeter. That was the backup. He just ran out of bounds. That was Smith. And Tulsa survives the scare from the Revolution.
They only have 1 timeout remaining. It's going to be victory formation for the Desperados. So they're actually going to run the ball right here.
We'll run the ball, just kill off the timeout from the Revolution. That must be what they're thinking. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Probably just 1 kneel down and we'll be out of here.
Yeah, I was just taking the kneel down. That's just unbelievable, risky call there. But either way, it's a great game here for Tulsa. JQ is going to win his first ever football game, throwing for over 300 yards. Why aren't they in the victory formation?
That's actually a good question. I don't know. They're going to hand it off to Santo Robinson again, going to gain a few yards. But that will bring us to the end of the game here. Tulsa wins a nail-biter at home, 29-21, and reestablishes control of the East Division, heading into the East Division, functionally, the East Division Championship game next week.
A great game here by Tulsa. As you see the stats coming up, 3 turnovers apiece. Look at the yards, 409 to 405. That just shows you how tightly contested this game was. JQ, 337 yards, 29 of 41. 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, those touchdowns. To France, Manning and Hugh. Manning, 101 yards on 7 receptions. Sansa Robinson, 72 yards on 21 carries for Louisiana. Lafouche, 30 of 41, for 256, 1 touchdown. That was to Chase Earl, but 3 costly turnovers. You see Reggie Streeter, 21 carries for 146 and 2 touchdowns. He had that big, long 64-yard touchdown run earlier. Nathan Blake for Louisiana, 12 tackles. For Tulsa, he came out just 8 tackles. Nate Haslip, 3 pass deflections, 2 interceptions on the day. Both teams 19 first downs. Both teams 11 drives. Both teams with 60-plus plays. 69 for Louisiana, 67 for Tulsa. The game was just back and forth, nip and tuck the whole way. and Tulsa finds a way to win the game, get to 6-5, and like you said, beat St. Louis for basically the East Division crown and a playoff spot next week.
Yeah, so, and also Tulsa improves to 6-5, joining in the 6-win Jamboree, which is only going to get more and more as Week 11 rolls along. For the Revolution, on the other hand, they fall to 3-8, record comparable to their days back when they were in the city of New Orleans and known as the Pharaohs. They wrap up their season next week at home at Stack Up Stadium, taking on Atlanta, who seem to be, just by the barest of margins, clinging on to playoff hope.
Yeah, they were up 31-17. I think the player of the game was JQ.
Oh, absolutely. It has to be JQ. He did an utterly phenomenal job. Best job from a rookie quarterback I've seen all season, personally. He has been just, he hit his marks, and if he keeps up that performance in years future, he's going to be a legend here in the Simulation Football League. That's all for us here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm Jack Brown alongside Gerald Giudice, Tyler Falk in the stats truck, making us sound as smart as ever, and Cameron Irvine, the executive producer. We say so long and have a happy Easter Sunday if you celebrate it, or just have a great Sunday.